Despite I put out the information saying that even under the wage freeze of a People's National Party, the public sector workers still got increase. And I just want to add that a wage freeze was also done under a Jamaica Labour Party leadership back in 2010. Bless up, ABR family and viewers. Welcome back to the channel. It's your girl, Isabel Rose. And in this one, more Don Anderson polls reveals that the People's National Party continues to lead as it pertains to the party standings for the general election. And the Minister of Finance weighs in after the public sector rejects the government wage offer. Stay tuned for the details at hand. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. So, ABR family and viewers, as the Don Anderson polls result continues to surface on social media, this is the part that I wanted to see as it pertains to the party standings. And the favorability that is making its round on social media and everybody tooting their horn, especially the Jamaica Labour Party supporters, does not really hold any weight. And so the party standing gives us a better or a clearer vision as to who is leading going up to this general election. And the Don Anderson poll was done late May, early June, and it had a sample size of a little over 1,000, and it has a margin of error of plus or minus 3%. And it says the People's National Party continues to lead in the party standings over the last 2 years, where the People's National Party in this current result is at 32.6%, and the Jamaica Labour Party is at 29.6%. So the People's National Party is in the lead by 3%. However, compared to last year, them time here, the People's National Party was leading the Jamaica Labour Party by 7.3%, where the People's National Party was at 34.3%, and the Jamaica Labour Party was at 27%. And like I've always been saying, the poll results are just a snapshot in time. The people have to go out and make their mark in the general election. The votes are what counts. A poll reading or a poll finding is just, to give us a heads up, so to speak, of what is, in the political atmosphere or in the campaign atmosphere. But the people have to go out in their numbers and vote like your life depends on it. Vote for your children and your grandchildren. Vote for policies and plans that are workable, that can change the trajectory and have our children get a better tomorrow, a better future. So this general election, please do not stay home. Go out and vote. Don't let 20 or 30% decides who governs our country. And the plans and policies in place by the People's National Party are very workable. They make sense. And I implore each and every one, even the undecided voters, please go out and vote. Now in this segment, ABR family and viewers, the Finance Minister, Fayval Williams, wants to behave as if she's so slick and as if she's so bright and want to pull a fast one on the public sector workers. Due to the fact that they rejected the government's wage offer of wanting to give them 0% in the first year and 2.5% for the other years over a 4-year contractual period. She's coming out to say now, after the uproar, that the public sector workers will see a 7.5% salary rise from increments. Remember, the increments are just addition to their salaries and not a pay raise, so to speak. However, this increment that they had signed to from back in former Finance Minister Nigel Clarke's time, right? And not all will get this increment, only those who are eligible. She also added that this marks a notable departure from the pre-2022 norm when only one increment was granted per year and tied to a minimum score of 75% under the performance management and appraisal system. Adjustments are already being implemented with some ministries, departments and agencies having made payments to workers. Others are working to meet the end of month payment timeline. She acknowledged that while the increments are not currently tied to formal performance assessments, the government continues to examine appropriate methods for evaluation performance going forward. She reaffirmed the government's commitment to continue to dialogue with unions and public sector associations to further refine the compensation framework, ensuring remains a fair, transparent, and fiscally responsible. However, many citizens of our country are still questioning the 300% wage increase that the former Finance Minister Nigel Clarke, who they said was the best and the brightest, gave to politicians whom some of them are non-performing. And later on, he jumped ship and went to serve the International Monetary Fund. Even the Advocates Network is asking a question. They said you find money to increase politicians' salary, but you can't find money to support the athletes. They reminded Andrew Holness of what he said, and it quotes, "The next phase of your government's strategic redevelopment of the country is about what we call performance-based compensation." Who qualifies for this? Politicians or athletes? And we're seeing them being butthurt at some of the athletes taking a better opportunity as it pertains to financial stability over there in Turkey. And we're seeing the JOA boss defending the athletes' right to chase financial security. So the president of the Jamaica Olympic Association, Christopher Samuda, has thrown his support behind Jamaican Olympic medalists who have made the difficult decision to pursue their sporting careers and financial futures outside the island. It is very unfortunate, but that this is the reality of sport in Jamaica. I am very disappointed that our gold and bronze medalists could not get the financial support they deserve. We cannot deny them the right to make decisions based on their circumstances. They have daily responsibilities, families, and the sporting life is short. We must understand their choices. So if a Nigel who took 300% increase and still ran to greener pastures, why can't our athletes go to greener pastures? Loyalty to Jamaica does not put food on their table. Loyalty to Jamaica does not put food in the bellies of their families. Loyalty to Jamaica does not allow them to live comfortable. Why don't they support the athletes in a better way so that they can live a decent life just like a politician? And I see a few of the minions them running out talking about the public sector workers have gotten how much thing increase under this government, and it seems as if them want a wage freeze like what they got under a People's National Party. But no matter how the information is out there at their fingertips, enough of them still not doing their research. Them just want to hear somebody from their party say something and them run with it. Despite I put out the information saying that even under the wage freeze of a People's National Party, the public sector workers still got increase. And I just want to add that a wage freeze was also done under a Jamaica Labour Party leadership back in 2010 to 2012. And the information upon the screen right here so you can read it for yourself. The freeze on wages and salaries in the public sector. And this date from February 2nd, 2010. I invite your attention to Ministry Paper number 9/2010 dated January 19, 2010, caption Jamaica request to the International Monetary Fund for a 27-month standby arrangement ending March 2012. With regard to wages and salaries, the ministry paper states that the government is committed to maintaining the current public sector wage freeze on salary increases into financial year 2011 and 2012. Consequently, for the period 1st April 2010 to March 31st, 2012, no increase on salaries and allowances are to be negotiated or implemented. This directive is applicable to all ministries, departments, agencies, and public bodies, including government companies and statutory bodies. Please ensure that the contents of this circular are brought to the attention of the public sector entities and the relevant personnel under your purview. And this was signed by Financial Secretary Wesley Hughes. ABR family, go ahead, drop your comments in the comment section. Maybe you wanna say on these two topics raised in this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel on the road to 30K and beyond. Help me to get there. Get this video to at least 7,000 likes. Stay tuned for more videos. Stay tuned for more updates. Big up on yourself. Happy Tuesday.